Good morning. Unfortunately, we had an earthquake last night in the northern part of Thailand, in the province of Chiang Rai, which is far away from here. There's one person dead, a lady of 83 years old. She died in the hospital from the injuries caused by the earthquake, and there are more than 20 people injured. There's also an aftershock that just happened about an hour ago. No damage reported yet. Why am I telling you all this? To repeat the news? You probably heard about it on your radio too. Maybe. I have a theory on why the earthquake has happened. How can Lina know this reason? No, she can't. She can't. This is just an idea. Listen to me, please. As you know, that Thailand had a bit of a problem with the political situation in the last 6 months. People supporting the current Prime Minister and people against the current Prime Minister fighting. Bombs, shootings, children dying, people dying. A lot of resistance. The Prime Minister's house happens to be in that province where the earthquake happened, where the center was. Okay. It's a coincidence. Now, what have the people been talking about for the last months? The big title that you'd see in the newspapers: division of the land. Division of the land. Dividing Thailand into North Thailand and Southern Thailand. Southern Thailand, the yellow people. North Thailand, the red people who support the current Prime Minister and the previous Prime Minister who is in exile. Those same provinces where the earthquake has happened. Now, if you look at the pictures in my Facebook page, you'll see the big cracks in the road, dividing the land, in the place where people have been wanting to divide the land, separating the north. What is this? This is law of attraction. The law of attraction that I have been talking about in the past few lectures. The law of attraction, when we manifest things with our desires. Now, there is also collective law of attraction, when many people desire the same thing. When many people desire the same thing, disasters can happen, because it's not just one, it's many. Let's divide the land, let's separate the north. What happens? Cracks. Cracks in the land, because this is how nature understands this desire to separate the land. Nature doesn't have politics. Nature has land and cracks in the land. This is the separation. And I think this was what we have asked for. Well, not we, but many people who have wanted this separation, who have wanted to create something in between. It's very dangerous. Are they going to see what has happened as the result of their own desires? Probably not. Nature and politics, totally separate. Nothing to do with what's happening in Bangkok. Okay, now, that topic is something to think about. I'm going to talk about something else. I must apologize to you for misleading you with my first letter. The letter that has been rewritten for me to appeal to you. At that stage, I thought I must write what people want to read. I must entertain their fantasy. I must appeal to my target audience. So the letter was rewritten by one of you. I asked for it because I don't totally know what you want to hear. But people with the same tendencies, you do. They understand you better. I haven't read the letter until yesterday. Yes, the very first introduction letter where you get your number. I have not read it until yesterday. I've been sending it to you thinking that it must be good. guilty. And that's why I'm apologizing. Because the letter does not reflect me, does not reflect who Lena is at all. Have you noticed at all that this is very different from what I'm preaching? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Maybe it did appeal to your fantasies. The letter is full of my I and shines with selfishness. How can a person like that teach people to focus on others? Same goes for the books. The same goes for the books. Okay? Now I've said enough. The books were written with one thought in mind. What will people enjoy reading? And that is not what a true guide should do. One thing that I'm really against is selfishness and being focused on yourself. We need to learn again from the very basics, from the foundation. What is the foundation? Focus on other people. Let go of the ego. I've said this many times and I'm saying this again. And I'm going to say this every day if you do not learn from the first and the second and the third time. I'm going to repeat it all over again. Details are on top of the foundation. Details are here and there. You need to get the foundation right. Giving flowers to your wife. Helping your neighbors cut the branches on the tree. Helping your wife clean the house. Letting a pedestrian cross the road by slowing down, even if they're breaking the law. Things like that, doing things for other people, that is details. You need to know your purpose of life. And I strongly believe that our purpose of life is to live for others, is to do something for other people to contribute to their well-being, to your well-being. But it's my job to contribute to your well-being, not your own. Your job is to contribute to the well-being of other people. Your daughter, your wife, your mother, your colleague, the person you bump into in a crowded place, the person you stand next to in an elevator. Anybody. You don't need to know their name. You don't need to connect with them to do something for them. If they drop something, pick it up before they do. If you notice they're lost, help them. Talk to the frustrated co-worker about their problem. Help them see that you are there for them. You are there to serve them. Train yourself to focus on another person. You will free up a lot of time by not focusing on the I, me, and myself. You'd be surprised how much time we spend thinking about me, I, what I want, and what I need. Now, how does this fit with looking after yourself physically and mentally and spiritually? You and your purpose is to serve other people, correct? Correct. How can you serve other people if you're not in the best of your shape? You cannot, correct? Correct. You look after yourself for the sake of other people. You look after yourself to take better care of the people around you, to be stronger, to be healthier, and not to be a burden to other people. You do not look after yourself to look in the mirror and get pleasure from it and fall in love with yourself even more. You do it for other people. You do it to motivate other people. You exercise to go out and make other people exercise. You do not look down at them, you try to pull them up. You do not enjoy putting yourself above others to put them down. You enjoy putting yourself above others to be able to pull them up to your level so that we all benefit. You run a marathon to encourage your friends to train for the marathon next year. Not to tell them off. Look how good I am. You are happy to let people know that happiness is not outside, it's inside. You show them that you have nothing or not much, that you are not a millionaire, to show them that they don't need to be a millionaire to be happy. When people see a good example, they try to copy it. When people see results of other people's efforts, they try to copy it. This is, you are there to look after yourself, look after your soul. We get satisfaction, pleasure and happiness from having a purpose in life. From raising good kids, but also from contributing to everybody else's well-being above yours. It is not your job to look after your well-being, it is the job of other people. Rely on it, do your part well, and the other parts will be done for you. Can you feel anything moving at all? Now, where is the happiness? Inside the vault, inside you. You are the vault. How do you open the vault? By forgetting that the vault exists, that you exist, by concentrating on the other person, by sitting down in a restaurant and looking at the menu and not thinking, what do I want to eat today? But by looking at other people and thinking, do they have the menu to look at? What do you think they would enjoy? What can you recommend to them? Do they have tissues when they need it? Do they have water when they need it? Do you need to call the waitress to give them chopsticks instead of a fork? Would they enjoy it? Culture. Culture, yes, we're all different. Some of us are blonde and some of us are brunettes with narrow eyes. But we're all the same. We all crave happiness. We all crave love and attention from other people. There is not a single person in the world who would say no to love, attention, care from other people. We all want that. Admiration, power, whatever else. Why not give it to people? If that is what everybody craves, you can never go wrong with giving it. Give it to one, give it to two, give it to three, and you'll notice that somehow you get the same thing back. You're probably saying, what goes around comes around. Yeah, it does, it does. It really does. Don't forget the basics. The purpose of this community is to train you to see the world from the right point of view. From down there. You are a servant to others. So am I. What am I doing now? I'm serving you. In a way. Do I get pleasure from it? Yes. This is my way to communicate to you. This is the only way to talk to the world, to you, so that you start doing something which you haven't really thought about, focusing on another person before focusing on yourself. Starting with people close to you, because it's easier for us to concentrate on our loved ones, because we love them. But try to concentrate on people who we are not really interested in yet, who have no direct relation to us. People sitting next to you in a waiting room in a hospital. Scared, worried, bored, annoyed, frustrated. Make a difference. Make a difference, but not thinking, oh, there's just another person in queue in front of me, so that's going to make my wait longer. There is no you. I don't want you in you. I want you to think of others. Practice serving. By focusing on the other person, what are they experiencing at this very moment? What are they thinking about? What can I do to find out what they are thinking about? Because we're all the same, pretty much. People often think about food. People often think about love, how to find it, how to find attention, where to get money to buy something. And when they want to sleep, they think about, oh, I just want to get home and rest. We are very similar to one another. You know, if somebody donates your kidney, chances are that you will live. If you accept blood from an Asian or an African person, you will live too, if you're a Caucasian. It's the same blood. If it's the same blood, the same emotions and the same desires, how are we different? We're not. And we are all equal, we are all one. We share the same body. Because if I take my blood and put it into your body, you will live. Yes, there's a group, blood group, okay, blood type. If you're an O, you will live. Wait, O can give to anybody. Here you go. If you take blood from me, you can live. Can O give to everybody? We have a few doctors. It's up to you to answer. The point is, of course, that we are all the same. And that our job is to give to others. Our purpose of life is to make others' life happy. Not our own life happy. Chinese character for a person. Remember, one leans on the other. Sometimes you are the one to lean on. Sometimes you are the one who leans on. But it's always people. It's not a person. And Chinese are very wise. And the characters are ancient. A person is not a stick. A person is two sticks. Think about it. Two sticks, one leaning on another. Not one individual stick. What does it make you think? That we belong together with other people. That you are this person. And when you become this person, there is another person there for you to lean on. But that is not up to you to look for. It naturally happens once you become the person who will sacrifice and give without expecting anything back. Yes or no? Does this make sense or no? And stop asking me to read the books. They were written to entertain your fantasies. If I was to write another book, I would title it No I. And many people would not pick it up. Because letting go of the I would be very hard. It's hard for us to imagine that other people can be more important than ourselves, to us. Focus on the other person first by eliminating I, me and my from your speech, from your letters, from your emails. No, do not refer to yourself in the third person. You do not exist. Unless it's very crucial to put an I into the sentence, do not let it make its way through. Concentrate on the other person. You will notice how easy it becomes with time. That's the first step. Second step, feel what the other people feel. Be in their position. What would it feel like to be sitting there in front of the camera and not having breakfast yet? What would that feel like? What would it feel like to sacrifice the time for other people every day? Would I lose anything? No. Will I gain anything? There's something I don't want to think about. And with 20 minutes video, I am leaving you to think about it.